Vinicius Junior transfer meeting today. The decisive meeting is obviously going to be happening today. And this video is powered by Think Landscaping. Think Landscaping are your #1 company that deals in designing, planning, and transforming your outdoor spaces. And if at all you really have your outdoor space and you feel like it needs to be transformed, designed, go ahead and obviously call them on those numbers or WhatsApp them down there. That is Think Landscaping, and they'll obviously leave a lasting value onto your outdoor space, and you will enjoy the beauty to the fullest. Think Landscaping are the company behind this video of Vinicius Junior decisive meeting today. Now, we all know to it that Vinicius Junior went ahead to arrive at Real Madrid. That is this Monday. When he arrived, I brought you what he said, and now business is gonna go on as planned. And this is what we've gone ahead obviously getting through from the sources coming in through from the side of Jacob's Ben. Vinicius Junior is expected to give his final answer sometime this week. You understand? So we've been told that Vinicius Junior is expected to give his final answer sometime this week. Now, if his final answer is expected this week, that means he has to obviously hold a meeting with the board of Real Madrid to decide on the new contract they had put on his table. A contract that doesn't meet what Vinicius Junior really wants. So, another story, all source, has told us the following about Vinicius Junior. That the meeting between Vinicius Junior and Real Madrid is scheduled for Wednesday. That is today. Madrid has no intention of increasing its last contract renewal offer. Vinicius Junior continues to demand close to 30 million euros per season. Real Madrid goes up to 22 million euros. Heavyweight figures at Real Madrid are in favor for sale. Optimism is growing at Arsenal, and they estimate a transfer fee around 150 million euros. Vini's entourage continues to deny contacts with Arsenal, but sources close to the operation say there are indeed conversations, with Barca and Arteta very involved. Now, Vinicius Junior meeting today, Wednesday. It's happening in Madrid. This is when we obviously gonna know what is up next for Vinicius Junior. They won't really take long in this meeting because the points to discuss on are well outlined. Vinicius Junior and his side have gone ahead to make it very clear that 30 million euros per year you get. And if you're getting me 30 million euros per year, you are supposed to take 80%. I'm supposed to take 80% of my image rights, and you're supposed to take 20%. That's what Vin is putting on the table. But will Real Madrid accept this? Because if Real Madrid bends low to the asks of Vinicius Junior, the likes of Bellingham will also come up and obviously raise their hand. You get? And raise their hands at Real Madrid. You understand? And they'll be like, please and please come up and really get in through. Because even Madrid takes 50% of Jude Bellingham's image rights. They take 50%. So that means Bellingham will be like, wait a little bit. Real Madrid, what you've gone ahead to do for Vini, I also want it to happen on my side. And what will they be saying? They'll obviously have gone ahead to set a precedent that will obviously call in for what we call a very big change, a fundamental change at Real Madrid. This guy has a contract until 2029. That is Jude Bellingham, and he's just 23 years of age, meaning that if they ever come up and give it to Vini, and Jude Bellingham calls in for the same and they don't offer it to him, Jude will be like, all right, I'm not going to renew my contract. With 3 years left on his contract, he'll be 26 years of age. He'll be like, all right, I'm going to leave. Meaning that for them to obviously protect themselves as a side of Real Madrid, all they have to do is to obviously come up and really put in a very huge shift. And that huge shift will call in for lots and lots of things for them to sacrifice as a side of Real Madrid. Meaning that you either let Vini go or dance to his tunes and obviously change the fundamentals of Real Madrid. Even Kylian Mbappe will be like, all right, I can't be at the same level with Vinicius Jr. Now for me, I'm giving you 10% only. So the negotiations for this are obviously gonna be very direct. You know, the side of Vini, image rights is really very important. I've gone ahead to read certain reports, and they're indicating that they are willing to take maybe 22, the salary that is being put on the table. Vini is willing to take it. But one thing Vini is not willing to do is to come up and really surrender the 50% of his image rights to Real Madrid. He's like, I'm offering 20 only. 30% is coming to this side. And with all that being said, and the negotiations set to take on today, at the back of Vini's mind, he knows to it that there is a team known as Arsenal that is willing to pay the 150 million euros that Real Madrid is going to hit to slap on as his transfer fee. They are willing to offer him a very lucrative contract, you know, of close to 500,000 euros a week. You understand? That is 2 million euros a month, and that is 24 million euros. What? 24 million euros. 24 million euros a year. You understand? Even better than the deal that Madrid is putting on his table of 22 million euros. So he has something good for himself, and nothing can ever stop this from happening. I tell you, this is what we do on a daily. And I tell you, a lot of things are really happening in here onto this beautiful channel of ours. So Real Madrid is doing the needful to see to it that they are pushing, to see to it that all goes on well as planned. Vinicius Jr. transfer meeting is really very huge. Arsenal and Andre Bata are pushing. They've already gone ahead to put an offer on the table that Madrid cannot match, because even on the weekly, on the annual salary, they are willing to offer 20 to 22 million euros. Arsenal is willing to offer from 24 to like 30, from 240, to 24 million euros to like 30 million euros. That is Arsenal for you. They are willing to break the Premier League record and obviously set a new record. So that's what Arsenal is all about. Something they're up to is really very big and huge. I tell you, if it ever goes on well as planned, no one is going to stand into their way. Now, tomorrow, we'll be waiting to hear what has gone ahead of us got from the meeting. And that is the most important bit of it all. Big story. I think this is the 5th video of the day. Not so? 5th, yes, because I had one live stream, 3 uploads so far. This is the 5th one of the day, and this is what is going to be closing in our day. Unless otherwise, we get a here we go. But if we don't get a here we go, I tell you, I'm not going to come back. Unless a here we go of a man known as Fabrizio Romano or David Austin break the story of the man known as Bruno Guimaraes. But we wait and see what tomorrow will bring. Going on radio, though we are going to be talking music, not entertainment, not sports. But all that and more will happen on later. Not so? I love you all. Thank you, my mates. Thank you for watching in through. Continue to subscribe, because I see we are less by 51 subscribers to hit 29,900. And I know by the end of tomorrow, we would have gone ahead to hit our target of 30,000 subscribers in here. I believe tomorrow is really going to be bloody. I anticipate the story of a man himself known as Bruno Guimaraes to be a here we go. Vinicius Jr. big story will also be following up. So thank you guys for watching in through. I love you all, and see you when you see me. I'm Rokani David as usual. Don't at any one point feel agitated about subscribing to this channel because we are the best for you. I'm out.